Heyo, welcome back to my channel. Today you've stumbled upon a very special video. I'm starting a new series called Today I Customized. I've already come up with about 2 or 3 more ideas for customization of objects, like iPhones, phone cases, speakers, shit like that. But if you can think of any other things that I should customize, comment them below and I'll give you credit on any of the videos that I make from that idea. Also, real quick, just so everyone knows, I have never actually painted or drawn on a skate deck before. I've probably done a couple surfboards, but that's about it, so most of this is all pretty new to me. I'm not well versed in drawing on foreign objects or anything like that. I'm pretty much a pen to paper type of guy. But anyways, on that note, let's get into it. So I started designing with multiple little sketches on pieces of paper. I came up with a couple ideas. 1 or 2 of them were based off some of my older pieces of work that I did years ago, and another one's kind of new. Right here I'm just showing you guys the final 3 that I ended up coming up with, and then the one I chose to do. I probably have 3 or 4 more pages of scrapped ideas thrown around my room right now. But that is all in the past. What do I need now? That's right, I need a skateboard. There we go. Alright, let's get into designing this. So, starting off with this pencil sketch, I was in a happy-go-lucky mood. It was all going great. I sketched out the entire piece, which turned out pretty well, I thought, and I started using ink. And once I started using ink, I realized I might have a problem. I had just finished the edges of the wooden boards going along the tail end of the deck when I realized, after starting to fill in the wooden grain and the knots in the board, that my hand was starting to smudge all of the ink. And you'll be able to see this throughout the rest of the video. I started using paper on underneath my hand to try and save the ink. Everything just kept on smudging and I had to keep on going back. Being a lefty really fucking sucks. I know this happens to right-handers too, but as a lefty, your mind is centered to go left to right, and henceforth, your arm goes all the way across the ink. Okay, sorry, just a little lefty rant right there. Back to the piece. Now, the reason I chose to do a skate deck as the first object I designed in this new series is just due to the history between art and skateboarding. Both of these cultures have just fused together so well, and they're almost synonymous with each other when it comes to skate decks and art and people graffitiing and all that sort of shit. There's just something that brings those two elements together really well, and it brings out the creativity in so many people, and there's just such a good vibe about it. The same thing is synonymous with surfing as well. There's just something about like the decks and the culture and the boards and the art all combined into one. They just sort of amalgamate into this super culture. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just can't put my finger on it. Also, as an artist, choosing these mediums such as skate decks, other objects that you wouldn't normally draw on, like a canvas or a sketchbook or something, it really challenges you to push harder as an artist and work your creative muscles to get better every day. I could not tell you how much of a struggle drawing on this deck was, but I pushed through it, and I feel like if I did it again, I learned 7 or 10 things that I didn't know before that will help me on my next try. So that's another thing to keep into account. If you want to do this stuff but you don't know how, just do it, because then the second time you do it, you'll have learned a bunch of shit. And I also know that it's hard to get out of ruts. Having artist block is definitely a real thing. I've gone through artist block for periods of years before, where you have ideas in your head and you sit down and you try and do it on the paper and it's just nothing works. And within 15-20 minutes you're frustrated and not in a good mood anymore, and all that passion is gone and you walk away. And I've had this go on for years, like I just said. But once you get back on that horse or get the ball rolling, or whatever fucking metaphor you want to say, it feels like a weight is lifted or some shit, Like, personally, I started this channel a little under a month and a half ago. I hadn't done art in maybe 2 years, Before that, I'd made some music and stuff. I hadn't been just not creating at all. But specifically drawing and painting and doing this type of art, I hadn't done it in like years. And now, in less than 50 days, I've probably made over 100 pieces of art. Yes, that's 2 a day at least. So just take it from me. If you're on the edge, you're teetering back and forth, should I start doing some more art? I have these ideas, but I'm not sure if they're gonna be cool. Just do it. Oh, and yes, please, Nike, don't sue me. I've got some lawyers on the ready. Quick side note, if you're still watching this video, thank you so much. Slap that like button if you're enjoying it. Subscribe if you want more. Other than that, all I can say is thank you. So by this point in the painting, I had pretty much finished both ends of the deck with the pieces of wood, and I was moving on to the bamboo and the silhouette of the elephant. This ended up being much easier. I was able to find pieces of the deck I could place my hand and not smudge things. I also came to the realization too late that I should have sanded the board because it came pre-painted and did not absorb a lot of my ink. Certain places would, but other spots on the deck would just push it away almost. It was quite annoying. So if you're thinking about doing a skate deck, or for me, the next time I do it, I'm going to keep all that into account. If you have any other suggestions specifically for painting skateboard decks, let me know, because I'm sure there's things that I could have done better that I didn't think of. And also for anyone that's in the comments who might want to design a skateboard, this could help them out as well. Now, if you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. Slap that like button again if you haven't already. I'm almost hit 200 subscribers. I can't even believe it. It hasn't even been 2 months. Thank you so much. But when I hit 200, I think I might be doing a Q&A. So leave any questions you have for me and how my art career has gone, how I started, what are my inspirations, so on and so forth. Leave me questions in the comments below, or send me messages on Instagram or Twitter. Both are linked in my account, and I would love to answer any of the questions you guys might have for me. And with that being said, it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for making it to the very last second. See you in the next one. Shoots!